You guys, what's up? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Team of the Week 5 coming up. We got some predictions here by yours truly, this guy. Interesting Team of the Week. I left a couple guys out that I think a lot of people are going to expect to be in. I'll explain why. And defenders were pretty slim again this week. And it seems to be this week seems to be pretty forward centric with the informs that could potentially come out. Not too many midfielders. It's mostly center forward, strikers, things of that nature. So let's hop into it. Mr. Edouard Mendy for Chelsea. He kept a clean sheet against Brentford 1-0. In that match, he had 6 saves, an 8.5 rating, clean sheet there. So I think that'll get him in. I kind of went back and forth between Mendy and Wojciech Szczesny for Juventus. He only had 4 saves and a 7.8 rating, and he saved a penalty in a 1-0 win. So I won't be surprised if both Mendy and Szczesny are in. I think there's a possibility that 3 goalkeepers could be in, and as you can see, so I separate the team on the top is the starting lineup, team on the bottom is the kind of the reserves. I kind of felt this worked out a little bit better for me to display for you guys as opposed to the way that I did it last year. So I'm just going to go through from goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders to forwards, and we'll just talk about them that way. You can see them all on the screen, so we'll keep going. Like I said, Szczesny could potentially get in, and then Kofi for RC Sporting, Charlet. I'm not sure if that's how you say it. Out of the I think Belgium League, Pro League. He had 8 saves, 6 in the box. He had a 9.9 rating and a penalty save. So he's a silver card. They won 2-0. If he doesn't get in, then that's pretty kind of a shame for a silver goalkeeper to play that well. Almost a 10 rating. 10 is the max rating you can get in a match. And he had a 9.9. So I kind of feel like he'll get in. Moving on to defenders. So this was kind of hard to come up with a little bit. I've seen some other options. But I went with Romain Saiz from Wolves. He had 1 goal in a 3-2 win. I don't remember, I don't think it was the game. I think Ruben Neves had the game winner. But Saiz had a goal, so I threw him in. Originally I left him out, but just due to the limited options for defenders this week, I went with him. And then I pretty much think Jason Denayer for Olympique Lyon, they won 2-0. He had 1 goal and an 8.1 rating and a clean sheet. I think he got man of the match. I'm not sure on that, but I think that should get him in. That card's actually going to be pretty good. 86 pace, 84 defense, 84 physical. The shooting's not, of course, shooting from a defender you don't really care about, but pretty good card for a 83 rated center back. And then Angelo Ogbonna for West Ham had the only goal in a 1-0 win over Everton, clean sheet. So that gets him in. Pace-wise, not very good, but the defensive stats are decent. So I don't know, maybe slap a shadow on him, and that might get him to 74, 75, somewhere in there. Can't remember what that would put him up to. So, but I'm pretty sure that Denayer and Ogbonna are going to be in because they literally gave their teams wins on Saturday and Sunday, respectively. Next up, we have Serge Gnabry. Actually, hang on. Sorry. I said I was going to finish talking defenders. So, and then the other 2 I have in is George Koch from Fortuna Sittard, out of the Dutch league, I believe. Where's he at? There he is. He had 1 goal and 8 rating and a clean sheet. in a 1-0 win. So decent 78 rated card. 83 pace, 72 defending, 75 physical. But obviously nobody's really going to use him in their clubs or anything. Maybe for an objective or something, but he's a left back. And then Bjornbach from Molde FK. He had 1 goal and a 9 rating in a 3-0 win. So I feel like that'll get him in. That card is basically just fodder there. So we're not going to spend too much time talking about that. So let's move over to midfielders. And for my guy that's a moderator of the foot account stream, Mr. Don923, Ruud Vormer gets in team of the week. He had 2 goals and a 2-0 win on Friday and a 9.4 rating. So I think that'll get him in. Pace-wise, you'd probably have to slap a hunter or something on him or a shadow to get him to get that pace boost. But other than that, the card's actually kind of decent. So if you boost it up, it might fit a little bit. Next up, we have Mr. Iozi Perez. So I was a little torn on what to do with Leicester since they won 4-2 over Manchester United. I know Soyuncu scored a goal. Vardy scored one. But Iozi assisted 2 of the goals, and he came on for Madison and literally assisted 2 goals within 10 or 15 minutes. So I don't know if that'll be enough to get him in. He had a 7.6 rating. But I went ahead and threw him in, cause I figured that somebody from that game is going to get an inform. Just don't know if it's going to be Iozi or Soyuncu. In that case, Daka, I don't think would get one. He put the game away late. So we'll have to see what they do there. That Iozi cards, it's okay. You know, I'm pretty sure not many people are going to be using that either. Next up, so I went with a little bit of a higher rated card here with Bernardo Silva from Manchester City. He scored the opening goal in the win over Burnley. So I threw him in. He may not get in, probably. I don't know if truly deserves to be in, but you know, I was looking for some guys that made differences in their games this week. He does for sure. So I don't know how many informs or chances he's going to have to get informs this year or this season. So that's why I threw him in. Decent little card, and he played center mid in this game. Maybe they make it like a left mid or right mid, but I went with center mid there. So next up, this is going to be, a lot of people are going to be like, but dude, Levandoski scored the first 2 goals. I completely 100% understand and agree that Levandoski should probably be in, but he's 92 rated already, I believe. So it's going to be hard for him to get an inform. 2 goals, you know, just look back like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, Mbappe had 2 goals, got left out. EA aren't going to be giving, you know, Ronaldo, Mbappe, you know, Messi, Haaland, Levandoski informs like they have in the past, kind of because of their rating. Not saying they don't deserve it, but I'm just kind of trying to think how EA thinks, which that's probably a disaster. But anyway, Gnabry had 2 goals, so I think he was man of the match. He had the highest rating. He was 8.9 in that game. To be fair, his goals were later on, so he added, I think, the 4th and 5th goal. So he had 2. So I figure, you know, most everybody else, I think Kimmich already has one, and I think Mueller got one potentially, or he got a special card, one of the 2. So that's why I went with Gnabry. Not saying that Levandoski doesn't deserve to be in, but I just chose to go with Gnabry here. Next up, we have Mama Balde from FC Troyes in Ligue 1. He had one goal. He had the only goal in a 1-0 win. 7.2 rating. He played center mid. He's a striker by nature or by design, but he was playing center mid in this game. I think the one goal should get him in, but we'll see what happens there. High-paced card, but I don't know if the nationality doesn't help linkability. So next up, Sunday, Mr. Matteo Guendouzi from Marseille had 2 goals, 1 assist, 9.6 rating, and a 4-1 win. Pretty much, in my opinion, I think that guarantees that he gets in Team of the Week. The former Arsenal player moving over to Ligue 1, and he got a start and produced big time in that game. And then rounding out the midfielders, and this guy's literally, in theory, like if they gave informs for performance every week, this guy probably could get one every week. But Bacasitas for Trabzonspor, he's literally, I think he scored almost 2 goals in every game this year. He did it again on Sunday, 2 goals, 9.5 rating, and a 3-1 win. So I have him in Team of the Week this week. I think in one of my other predictions, I don't remember if I did a video on it, I had him in that week. He didn't get in. So EA, come on. Dude scoring 2 goals a game deserves an inform. It's probably not going to be usable, but hey, it's about getting some picks right here. So, and then finally we'll move over to our forwards. So first up, we got Mr. Bibu from Hoffenheim. He scored 2 goals in a 5-0 win on Friday, 8.3 rating, and I'm not sure if he was man of the match in that game. But I think maybe he gets him in. I know that with the score, it'd be tough to pick somebody there, but I think Bibu was the best player in that game. So we should see his first inform of the season. Next up is the man from Liverpool, Mr. Roberto Firmino. Hat trick and an assist and a 10 rating and a 5-0 win over Watford. What else do I need to say? He's in Team of the Week. So snatch up your gold Firminos now, because he'll go up out of his gold card will go up a little bit out of packs. Next up, we have Mr. Mitoma from Royal Union. Where's Mr. Mitoma? There he is right there. Mr. Mitoma had a hat trick and a 4-2 win, 9.5 rating. Basically, single-handedly secured a victory for his team. So the man from Japan will get a 78 rated inform. Next up, we have so we're a couple guys from MLS. Sorry, I was trying to find the other guy that I had on here. So I chose to go with Mr. Arango from LAFC. He had 2 goals, 1 assist, and a 9.6 rating and a 3-1 win. The other guy that I was looking at was Santos from Columbus Crew. He had 1 goal, 2 assists, and a 9 rating and a 4-0 win. So I feel like Arango's contributions for LAFC were a little bit more important than Santos's. So that's why I put Arango in Team of the Week this week. So should be an MLS inform. And I think I saw in the transfer market, there's a card for MLS Player of the Month. So that should be coming out sometime. I don't know if they're going to be doing one this month or not, but that should be coming in the near future. So keep an eye out for that. Next up, Mr. Alexander Mitrovic for Fulham FC. 2 goals in a 4-1 win, 8.3 rating. So I think that'll get him in. Not really a usable card. Not really linkable either. Next up, we have Mr. Carlitos from Panathinaikos from the Greek League. Mr. Carlitos with a hat trick and a 4-1 win. So we gave him a decent sized boost. 86 pace, 81 shooting, 81 dribbling. Nice little 79 rated card there that if they have any objectives for Spanish players or, something of that nature. Who knows? Or from the Greek league. Don't know that they will, but, decent little 79 rated card. Next up, we have Mr. Joao Pedro from Cagliari. He had 2 goals and 8.6 rating in a 3-1 win. So I think that will get him in. Throw a hunter on him, and this card might be pretty good. That gets you right around 85 to 90 pace, somewhere in there. He's got 81 shooting, 80 passing, 84 dribbling, 77 physical. Pretty decent little center forward / striker card there for you from Serie A. Next up, we have Mr. Ilicic from Atalanta. These badges throw me off this year because EA don't have the rights to some of these teams. Ilicic had 2 goals, an 8.1 rating, and a 4-1 win. I saw Palicic, I think. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but I think he was the center defensive mid. I think he had an 8.6 rating, but I can't remember if he had 1 goal or 1 assist, or 1 goal, 1 assist. I'm not sure. So he could potentially be the inform from Atalanta, but Ilicic literally got him out to a 2-0 lead. And then they basically never looked back. So that's why I gave Ilicic the team of the week there. And then rounding out our team of the week is the bronze indoor from Haaland. I want to say that's the Swiss league, but I'm not 100% sure. He had a hat trick, a 10 rating in the 7-0 win. So he gets a big boost from 58 to 74. That's your silver inform for the week. 90 pace, for, when you have to play with all silvers, that would definitely be a usable silver card to throw in your team. Not super linkable, but at least decent pace, etc. So then I'm going to go ahead. So I think there's three possibilities for the silver player, and it's going to be either James McLean, Seiko, or Patterson from Swansea. So McLean from Wigan had 2 goals, 1 assist, 9.3 rating, and a 4-0 win. Seiko had a hat trick of assists, an 8.4 rating, and a 5-3 win. I think he assisted the game tying, or excuse me, basically the game winner, and then a couple of other goals in that game. There's a possibility with a hat trick of assists that he actually makes it into the team of the week, and one of these other cards is a potential. Carlitos could be maybe the silver player or something. So we'll have to see there. And then Patterson from Swansea, he had 1 goal, 2 assists, a 9.4 rating, and a 3-0 win. So he was basically involved in all 3 goals there. So I'm kind of leaning towards Patterson for Swansea. I don't really see anybody else there that possibly would get in. Maybe Fernando from Shakhtar, Bergstaller from St. Pauli, or the other potential candidates there. So that's my thoughts on team of the week. Like I mentioned, so Mbappe, Haaland, Levandoski are some of the ones I left out. Frank Kessie, Kovalenko from Spezia, Tadic from Ajax, Gakpo from PSV. As I mentioned, Santos already. Bradarich from Al Ali in the Saudi League. And that's pretty much it. Szczesny, like I said, I left Szczesny out as well. I could have gone with 3 goalkeepers, but it was kind of hard to try to figure out who else to take out. So it's kind of there's some decent cards in the starting 11. Not really. The bench is kind of not really anybody I don't think that you would use there, except maybe the indoor for the silver objectives, maybe that Mama Balde for something as well. Iozi's a decent card if he gets in, so we'll have to see what they do. But that's kind of my thoughts on Team of the Week this week. So if you guys have questions, feel free to post them on the video. Make any comments. Follow me, twitch.tv/GhostHunter1974. Also, if you want marquee matchups information, feel free to hit me up. I don't know how useful it's going to be this year with the way the market is on FIFA 22 right now. So that's why I've kind of chosen not to do any videos right now on marquee matchups, because I just don't know that there's a lot of profit in those marquee matchups right now. So if you enjoyed it, smash a thumbs up. I appreciate all the views that you guys have given the Team of the Week videos before. So it's hard for me to try to get this out early enough with my schedule. So I do the best I can. If you ever have any questions, find me in Discords, hit me up, and let me know. So I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll catch you back here for their Team of the Week 6 predictions next week. Peace out.